You plant the seed, you water the soil, you do everything right to begin a new project, a new habit, or a new chapter. Then you show up the next day, and the day after that, and the garden remains exactly as you left it. No flowers, no harvest, just silent earth. Sooner or later, staring at that empty dirt, you end up asking the exact same question every dreamer asks. Is this even working? This total absence of feedback creates a psychological vacuum. Because we cannot see a physical result, we naturally misinterpret a quiet period of development as an act of failure. We are wired to fall in love with growth because growth is exciting. Waiting, on the other hand, is deeply uncomfortable. We expect immediate results. We want measurable metrics to confirm our efforts matter. But nature refuses to work on that timeline. The seed disappears beneath the soil, hidden entirely from view. For weeks, the most critical physical transformations happen completely out of human sight. This is precisely when people quit. Not because they lack talent or potential, but because they confuse temporary invisibility with permanent stagnation. They walk away right before the breakthrough. There is a strict biological law governing large structures. Trees spend years building downward first, because what grows above the surface can only rise as high as what exists below it. For every foot of canopy reaching upward, a mirrored root system must extend downward. Scaling without that base makes the growth fragile. The first storm will tear down the structure, unless immense underground tension holds it intact. This completely changes how we should look at waiting. Patience acts as a state of active, structural preparation, the time required to build the strength needed to support future weight. Any visible achievement will collapse on its own. It survives only because it is anchored by prolonged, unseen labor. Knowing this, one of the worst mistakes a gardener can make is planting a seed and then digging it up every single morning just to verify that it is growing. The very act of seeking absolute certainty destroys the thing you are trying to cultivate. Pulling it out of the soil physically tears apart the delicate developmental process. We do this constantly in our own lives. We aggressively measure our daily output. We compare our journey to others. We constantly interrogate our progress, wondering if we are falling behind. These two timelines show this destruction. The top curve is smooth, continuous compounding growth. On the bottom graph, every time you stop to overanalyze, the line drops back to zero. You force it to start over. Surviving the most critical phase of your development requires prioritizing blind trust in the process over your demand for measurable proof. Not all roots grow in gardens. The exact same subterranean mechanics govern your own psychology. Things like confidence, wisdom, self-respect, and healing cannot be rushed. They have to synthesize quietly, entirely out of public view. You rarely notice the change while it happens. One day, you simply realize you no longer react to stress the way you used to. You recover faster, you handle pressure better. During these seasons where you feel stuck, you are actually rewiring your psychological baseline. You are building the internal capacity necessary to sustain the success that is coming. This requires what we can call quiet courage. It is the deliberate choice to continue working when certainty is completely unavailable. Anyone can put in the effort when success is guaranteed. It is easy to maintain belief in a process after the harvest arrives. The difficult work is maintaining daily consistency when you have absolutely nothing to show for it. You have to keep watering the dirt, because one day the flower will appear. The world will admire the sudden bloom, but only you will understand that the actual effort was spent underground. Roots grow in darkness, and that darkness does not mean failure. It means preparation.